Hello, my name is Ellen Croft, and welcome to my Supreme Pilates Accelerated Body Sculpting Workout. This is a very efficient workout, and we're going to be moving through a lot of different exercises that target your entire body. Today, joining us is Veronica, Melissa, and Chris. Veronica and Chris will be doing the modifications, so if you have any back issues or neck issues, or even if you find the exercise a little hard, follow one of them, and I'm going to be referring to them throughout the exercise. So go ahead and sit down, and you'll have your sculpting bar attached to your long springs. And the one thing I want to mention right now is it's very important that you have the tapered end of the sleeve attached to the end of the spring. So you'll see it's wider up here and tapered down there. Always make sure your springs are attached that way. Okay, you're going to lean back, pull your stomach in, roll your shoulders down, and we're going to start with 10 rows for warm-up. Exhale as you pull it down under your chest. Inhale and exhale. Hold your stomach in, squeeze your back. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. So I'm always going to start the first few repetitions of each exercise a little slower, and then we're going to move on. And 6. Inhale. 7. Hold your stomach in, lean back using your lower abdominals. 9. And last one for 10. And we're going to go into bicep curls. Staying in the same position. Please note that Chris is our modifier. He has the half round underneath his buttocks and his knees are bent. He's going to continue in that position for the 15 bicep curls. And exhale, 2. Inhale, shoulders down, and 3. And 4. Feel the stretch across the top of the upper back. It's great. 5. And squeeze the biceps. And 5 more. 1, 2, squeeze. Exhale as you exert. Last one. And then we're going to go into around the world. Love this exercise. Take your right hand and put it face down, palm down on the sculpting bar. Your left hand is underneath the bar, and you're going to sit up nice and tall. Watch Veronica on the modification on this. She's going to do a much smaller range of motion. You're going to reach over. Be gentle with your body. This is a little bit of an intense stretch the very first time you do it. You go all the way down and reach around, roll around, and then using your obliques, come on up. And you'll see Veronica's kind of cheating with her hand to help her up, and that's okay. You know, it's just about having your body experience the motion a couple of times, and pretty soon your body will understand what you're asking of it, and you'll be able to do it. Last time around. And change hands. Inhale, up all the way over. Just wonderful motion for your waist. You get that nice stretch all the way through your side, all the way around. Now we're stretching the other side and then using those obliques to come up. Last one, inhale, all the way over, holding the stomach in, and come all the way up. Now we're going to go into a double quad stretch. So you'll be kneeling. Chris is still our modifier. He's kneeling on a little half round. That's if your knees are sore or you're concerned about your knees. What's important here is you keep your pelvis tilted forward. For some people, this in itself is going to be a stretch. But what I want you to do is hinge back at the knees. Give yourself a nice stretch. What we're doing here is stretching the front of our legs right through here. And I love it. It feels so good. And it's so important to stretch the front of your legs. You know, when you stretch your quadriceps out, it'll really help you hold your stomach in. Let's come up a little bit, and we'll do it again. It's really important to keep your quadriceps stretched. They get very tight from just everyday use, climbing stairs. And this really helps with posture, letting your pelvis stay in a neutral position by keeping them nice and flexible. So you're going to inhale, and you're going to exhale, and you're going to pull the sculpting bar down to your knees. So kneeling crunch, and we'll be doing pull down, squeeze, 10 of these. Inhale up, and exhale, squeeze. Try not to let the springs get slack in between. Notice how I'm not sitting down in the motion. I'm actually pulling my sternum towards my pubic bone and up, and then all together down for 6, and inhale up, and exhale, shoo, pulling that navel in, and exhale, shoo. And this is 9, squeeze the stomach, and last one for 10, squeeze down, good, and come up. Now we're gonna do our abdominal work, so you're gonna need to attach the straps to the long springs. And we're going to be doing 10 singles. Veronica will be our modifier on this. You'll see that she keeps her knees bent in a tabletop position, and as you'll notice, she's putting the half round underneath her neck to stabilize her neck. And we're going to put these in her hands, legs in the tabletop, maintain a neutral spine. Close the ribs, inhale and exhale for 1. Inhale, exhale for 2, and inhale. And it's okay, squeeze, inhale. It's okay if you have to leave your head down. Inhale, and 5, and 6. The lower you put your legs, the more difficult. 8. But don't put your legs low if it's going to cost you your posture through your torso. Last one, and we're going to go straight into doubles. So it's the same motion with a double breath. Shh, shh, and inhale, and shh, shh, and inhale, and shh, shh, and inhale. So that double exhalation is about pulling everything in tighter, working harder to pull your core down on that second breath. Listen, shh, shh, pull everything in really deep. And we're on 10, and shh, shh. We'll go straight into ab scissors, flex the feet, and inhale, and on the exhale, drop the leg down. You can put your head down on this one so you're comfortable, and then exhale all the way up. Inhale, keep your whole spine connected to the mat, and shh. Inhale, keep your back down, hollow out your stomach, shh. Inhale, and shh. Inhale, shh, and 6, shh, and 7, shh, and 8, shh. Keep that back down, and if you're feeling this in your back, last one, don't go all the way down. Fast kicks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back, down, 8, 9, and 10. And bend the knees and bring everything in. And we're going into single leg work. We're going to do a tendu. Take the right strap and put it on the right foot. Stretch out the left leg so it's reaching long out of your body. Right leg up in the air. You're going to be bringing your feet down into a Pilates V, only you're going to be placing the right heel in the middle of the left foot, so into the arch. Bring it down. Let's just get the positioning right. Feel your hips. Make sure they're stable. Make sure they're in alignment. So we're going to start on 1. Inhale up. Don't come up too far. Exhale, reaching long like you're painting the wall on the other side of the room. Inhale. Exhale, pull down. What you're pulling down with is your buttocks. Inhale up. You're using your buttocks right here on the right-hand side to pull that spring down. And this is what gives you that great sort of lifted bubble butt. 4. Squeeze at the bottom. If you don't squeeze your legs at the bottom, you're going to miss the inner thigh work. So squeeze. 5. And down. 6. And reach long. And 7. Try to stop the pelvis from moving. Stay in a neutral spine. And 2 more. And reach down and squeeze. And up. Last one. And reach down and hold it for a second. We're going to cross the leg in front of the lower leg. It's a small circle. We're doing 10 each direction. Cross for 2. Everyone together. Come in and cross for 3. And out and roll it across for 4. So it's a small circle. 5, what you're doing is you're actually rotating the head of the bone, your femur, in your hip, loosening up everything in that hip joint. 8. 9, and last one, 10, and come up, and we're going to switch. So bring it down. Ooh, you feel that, and up, and cross it over for 2. Ooh. I'm feeling it, so you're probably feeling it at home. 3, and pull it down, 4. And 5. You'll feel the bottom of your buttocks working. Tomorrow it won't hurt, but you'll know you worked it. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9, last one, and 10. Okay, watch closely on this change of position. We're gonna bend the knee in, grab hold of the tower, and slide yourself over onto your stomach. We're gonna do 10 prone butt lifts. Awkward position to get into, awesome exercise. Nothing hits your buttocks like this. So you're gonna get really square and make sure both hip bones are down into this mat. And you're gonna lift up, and as you're lifting, you get a little bit of a stretch in the front of your leg, right through here, which is really great. And right there, that's what you're working as you pull it down and squeeze those inner thighs. Everyone together, come up, inhale, and exhale, pull it all the way down, squeeze those heels together for 2. Inhale up, and squeeze for 3. Inhale up, keep the buttocks tight. And up, and squeeze for 5. Up, squeeze. Squeeze, heels together. Here we are at 8. Squeeze everything together, legs together, and down. 9. Last one, bring it all the way down. Squeeze the entire leg together. Stay in that position, slide the leg out slowly to the side for a nice inner thigh stretch. And you can just relax in this at home. Feels so good, this stretch. Do not miss the stretches. Stick with the stretches. They sort of seem like the hardest part initially, but it's all about balancing your body, and stretching is just as important as strengthening it. If you want to increase your stretch, bend your knee slightly and then straighten it more. So you can stay in this position as long as you feel comfortable at home, and that doesn't mean very quickly out of it. It just means stretching. Okay. Bring the leg back to center, bend the knee in, and we're going to do the other side. Roll over, lay down on your back, left strap in the left foot, leg up in the air. Make sure that your hip bones are nicely aligned. Keep that nice neutral spine. Pubic bone and hip bones are on the same plane, ribs are closed. Push down for 1. Bring that heel to the inner arch on the right foot. Squeeze. Keep that right foot. Keep the intention of that foot into the ground. Everyone together for 3. So the right buttock should be slightly flexed too. And 4. And up. And 5. Everything else is relaxed and comfortable. And up. Navel to spine. Squeeze. And up. 7. Squeeze. And 8. Squeeze. Squeeze. Last one. Bring it down and squeeze. Now cross that leg slowly in front of the down leg and come up and around for your first circle. 1. Cross it. And 2. And cross it slowly across. And 3. Cross. And 4. And cross. 5. We're doing 10. This is great for your buttocks. It also stretches all the muscles through the side of your hips. The muscles in your buttocks back here are very important. 9. Last one. 10. Come up and cross the body and over. And cross the body. 2. And cross. And 3. Cross. 4. Cross. 5. You'll feel this stretching your hamstrings as well if you're tight through your hamstrings. 2 more. And last one. Great. We're going to go into prone butt kicks. So bend the knee. Roll onto your side. Then roll all the way around onto your stomach and straighten that leg out. Heels together in a Pilates V. Press those hips equally into the mat. Inhale, bring the leg up, and exhale down for 10. 1. Inhale up, and down. 2. and up. If you want to get comfortable and lay down, that's fine. 3, up, and 4. Squeeze the legs together at the bottom of the motion. 5. Keep your abdominals engaged the whole time. I love this exercise. It's so subtle, but it's very effective. 2 more. 9. Last one. Bring it down. Squeeze the legs together, and we're going to go into that nice stretch. Don't get up for coffee. Do the stretch. Cross. Bend the knee. Don't over-challenge yourself here either. Be gentle on your body. Eventually it'll stretch. It'll get more flexible as you go along, but you don't want to torque it. So you can relax here for a few minutes. If you want to intensify it, you pull the knee in, bend it, and then straighten it a little bit more. The goal is to try to get both hip bones down into the mat. Most of you, I can't do it. It's a challenge, but that's the goal, and it really adds to the stretch through your groin. All right, bend the knee in. We're going to go into bend and stretch. Lay on your back. Both feet on. Feet parallel, tabletop position. This exercise can be very simple and easy if you just get sloppy with it, so you really need to focus on this exercise. Knees together, heels together, stomach pulled in, neutral spine. Inhale. On the exhale, push to the heels and wrap the lower part of your buttocks. Wrap this area right here. Inhale in, squeezing the legs. Keep control. You'll feel it through your inner thighs. And on the exhale, wrap. Feel those saddlebags wrapping to the back of your body. Inhale. And let's start moving. And 3. And inhale. And 4. And in. And 5. And in. And 6. And in. I even feel my lower abs. I want you to feel your lower abdominals when you're doing this. Focus on them staying connected. Squeeze everything. 2 more. 9. And inhale. And last one, and we're going straight into walking fast for 5. Ready? Inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to start doing these little beats up and down. That's 1. It's sort of a challenging motion because it gives you a lot of instability to deal with, and your torso has to try to stay stable. And 1 more. And 5. That is fun. Okay, let's take these off. We're going to do standing arm work. So go ahead and sit up. You're going to face, your back is going to face the tower. And Veronica is going to be our modifier. She's going to stand in a lunge position to help stabilize her. So if you're standing like this, if the more you lean out, it actually makes it a little easier because you use the springs to stabilize. If you come back a little bit, it's harder. So we're going to do 10 punching. Pull your navel in, shoulders down, elbows out, and right arm. Shh. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 1 more. And that's 10. And bring the arms out to the side. And we're going to do arm circles forward for 1. Slow. 2. Keep your hands at the level of your shoulders. 3. 4. Reaching the fingers away from the body. Try to stabilize because the body's going to want to go backwards. Don't let it happen. 8 and 9. And last one, 10. And we're going to come up and switch directions. 1 and 2. It's a whole body workout just standing here. Keep the weight down into your heels, your buttocks pinched, ribs closed, navel in. 7. Last 1. And we're going to go into shave the head. And I really want to step back and make it easier, but I'm not going to do that. Inhale and exhale. Straighten. Working the triceps for 1 and 2. Squeeze your buttocks together. Weight into your heels. Stabilize with your whole body. 4. I'm shaking a little bit, and that's okay, because I can step back and make it easier if I want to. But 7. The great thing about this workout is you can get through it and get awesome results. Last 1. And we're going into archer. Great. Go ahead and take the right strap. You're gonna lunge like an archer. Inhale, and ready? You're gonna bend down, and on the exhale, straighten that arm out. Look over the fingers. And 1, and 2. Again, we're working our tricep on the arm we're extending, and we're working our back, our upper back. 4, last one, and 5, and forward. And we're gonna switch. Lunge, inhale, and on the exhale, straighten that arm up, pull the navel in, tailbone down, and 2, look over the shoulder and inhale in, and exhale 3. Roll those shoulders down and back, working the scapula. Those are the shoulder blades. Great, now we're gonna go into chest expansion. This is such an important exercise for your posture. It looks like a little exercise, but this one really kind of burns a little bit in a good way. So you're gonna put your hands here, and then you're gonna pull back from your hip like this. Try not to let your body go everywhere. Stay in alignment. So 1, we're gonna do 5. Fingers are reaching to the ground, rolling the shoulders down and back, working those little muscles that hold your shoulders down and back called your rhomboids. That's why it's great for posture. And 1 more, 5. Don't stop. We're gonna change. We're gonna move our head and stretch the neck. 1, 2, and forward. This time it goes to the opposite side. 3, 4, and forward. Right, left, and forward. Left, right, and forward. A little bit of coordination there. That's great. Last one. Great. We're gonna go into squats. So go ahead and grab your swing through bar. Stand. It's gonna take a little bit before you know where to stand in relationship to the tower, but you'll figure that out as you go along, since it all depends on your height. Feet together, knees together, wrap the buttocks. You're gonna inhale. All the weight is in the heels. Chris is gonna modify, so if you have knee or back issues, please watch him. He's not gonna go down very low. I want you to stick your buttocks out so you protect the lower part of your back. Pull your navel in. You're gonna go down slowly because it's a little bit more difficult. And exhale all the way up and squeeze. Inhale, lift your everything up. So you're lifting your spine up, the back of your head as you're bending down. Lift the toes and squeeze. You want the weight to stay in your heels because that transfers into your buttocks, which is what we're trying to work here. Inhale, pull the navel in, and exhale up. 2 more. Inhale, and exhale up. And I'm gonna make this one just a little bit more difficult because we're gonna go down really, really, really slowly. And hold for a second, and then come up. And you can really intensify those by doing them slowly like that. We're gonna go into pliés. So you stand in the Pilates V position, up on your toes. Again, if you have knee issues, please watch Chris. He's gonna do a smaller motion, and it's okay if you do a really tiny motion. It doesn't matter, you're still gonna get a workout. So you're gonna go down into plié. It's very challenging. The idea is to keep the hips and the shoulders over the heels. And we're gonna start our motion, and down we go. And it's just really painful to do these slowly like this, but that's what I love about it, because it really gets your body. And come all the way up and wrap everything back. Squeeze your buttocks. It's work just squeezing everything together in a turnout position like this. Inhale. Pull that navel in all the way down if you can, and exhale. It's okay if you're not going all the way down. It's just important to do what's comfortable in your body. It took me a while to be able to go so deep in this position. This is 4, and then I'm gonna go down really slowly on the last one because I might as well get a really intense workout while we're here. So let's go down, go down, go down. If this is really hard for you at home, just do 2 or 3 while we're going slowly like this. That was great, that was hard. Okay, butt kicks. Love this exercise. It's one of like the 3 or 4 exercises, if I'm not gonna do a full workout, I have to do. You're gonna attach the long springs to the bottom hooks. Stand, put your hands on the top of the tower. Foot in the straps. Bend the knees. Make sure you keep this little arch here. That's gonna protect your back. Pull your stomach in. Veronica's going to be modifying this one, so she's going to be standing closer to the tower and not lifting her leg as high. So if you feel anything behind your knee during this exercise, watch Veronica. I'm out of breath. That's good. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze your buttocks. And what you want to make sure of, go all the way out, is that you don't open your hip like that. You want to keep your hip down so that both of your hips are level with the floor. And in. We're doing 5 of these. We have last one. Out, squeeze the buttocks, hold it there for a second, and come in. That's great. Switch. Ready? And inhale, exhale, and in. And 2, squeeze the buttocks, and in. And 3, and in. 4, in. Last one. That was great. Okay, now we're going to do another sort of unusual exercise that I just love. It's very different, and it works the stomach in ways I don't know other pieces of equipment that actually do this. It's called an ab roll-up. So you're going to take the short spring and you're going to attach it to the bottom hook. Then attach it to the swing through bar. Please make sure the tapered end is closest to the swing through bar. Grab the safety strap right here and attach it to the other hook. You can actually do this with 2 short springs if you want, but the first time you do this, I really would like you to only do it with 1 short spring. Okay. Go ahead and lay down under there. So if you put 2 springs on here, it would be more intense to push it up, because what you're going to do now is you're going to actually push a weight up over your head. Flex your feet. Chris is modifying. Notice how his knees are bent, his feet are flat on the floor. Thank you. And we're going to inhale, flex the feet, pull down through your lower navel, and straighten the arms up. When the arms are straight like this, you want to flex the muscles all through here. So notice how that's closing my ribs and it's engaging my core. It's pulling right down into my abdominals. You're going to lift your head up and then slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, roll that weight up over your head to a seated position. Flex those feet. That's important. Inhale, pull the navel down, 1 vertebra at a time. So what you want to do is try to articulate each vertebra into the mat using your abdominals. It requires some control. Inhale, exhale, and it really requires some awareness in your body, and exhale all the way up. And you know, if the first few times you do this, it's not as smooth, that's great, it's fine, because what happens is the body will try to understand what you're asking of it, and after 2 or 3 weeks on this piece of equipment, you'll be moving very smoothly. Last one. Flex the arms, pull the shoulders down, lift the head, flatten the abdominals, roll up 1 vertebra at a time. And then roll down really slowly. Tilting the pelvis. Try to get that small of the back. That's the challenging area. Try to get that down. You got to really use the muscles of the lower abdominals. Woo, that's great. We're going into the cool down now. So what I want you to do is you're going to take your feet. Chris is going to modify on this, and we're going to put our feet up here on the bar. I know some of you are saying you're kidding, but watch Chris, because he'll do it in a way, if you're tight through your hamstrings, you'll be able to get your feet up there. So we're going to inhale and go up into a monkey stretch. And from this position here, you should be feeling a nice deep stretch through your hamstrings. We're going to walk in place. 1 and 2, and it's a very deep stretch through the hamstrings, but your body needs it right now, because you've just done all that buttocks and hamstring work, and you've just gotten all that blood into those muscles, and they really need to be stretched to end this routine. And 1 more, and then we're going to come up, bend the knees, bring the forehead to the knees, and kiss the knee, and straighten the legs, keeping the arms there. That's great, Chris. That's what you're doing at home. It's great. You're feeling a deep stretch. Yeah. And now drop the right leg down and let it hang gently. And I know you're feeling this, because this gives a really intense stretch through this hamstring, but also hopefully you're feeling a stretch through the front of this lower leg, the hip flexor. Whew, just relax. Okay, just feel that stretch. And change legs. Let it down gently. And feel that stretch through your hamstring. You should also be feeling the stretch in the front of this leg. Just hang there comfortably. You can intensify it if you want, or just relax into it. These are really important. The stretching is as important as it is working out. So, whoo, it's intense. Flex the foot. Great. Okay, go ahead and bring that down, and we're going into a very important stretch. It's called the side lying groin stretch. So you lay on your side. It's a little awkward to get into. Chris will be modifying. You're going to lay on your side, and you're going to reach your leg up towards the ceiling. You're trying to stack your hips in this position. This is an awesome stretch. It's very important for anybody who's doing athletics. When I work with men, especially men who play golf, and any sports that are rotational, hip flexibility is just so important. It's one thing that they're always seeking. And even though this is an intense stretch to get into, you may be down in this position, it's all right. You're going to get it. It's an important, very important part of working your body out. Bring the knee underneath the armpit for a second. For some of you, this may be more intense. It's interesting, but different people feel stretches differently. And go up. Big stretch. Try to push this part of your body, your hip right here, push it forward. So you're intensifying the stretch through here. And relax and breathe into it. That's great. And at home, you can stay in that position as long as you want. I'm going to keep moving. We're going to go ahead and do the other side. Make sure you keep your hand on the bar. Go ahead and put your foot up on the bar. Lengthen the lower leg. Go into a nice stretch. Make sure your head's comfortable. You can put your hand under your head. Reaching long with the lower leg, trying to stack the hips. Again, Chris is modifying. You know, you need to go to where your body will allow you to go in terms of flexibility. Bend the knee down under the armpit. And exhale as you come up for a second stretch, reaching to the ceiling. Rolling the hip forward. Great stretch. Okay, now, while you're down here, go ahead and unclick the short spring. Get out from underneath the bar. Let's take off the safety strap, and we're going to go into a really important stretch called the Swan. In yoga, you'll see it's referred to as the Cobra. Similar stretch. You're going to take the short spring, which I happen to have attached up here already, and you're going to click it onto your swing through bar. Lay face down. Legs together. Now, the modification Chris is modifying, he's going to lay quite far back from the tower. That's going to help him. The further away you are, the easier it's going to be, because you have to be quite flexible through your shoulders in order to do this exercise. Keep your hands on the bar at all times. Head down, and you're going to inhale and bring the elbows out to the side like this, coming up. That's as far as Chris is going to go, but we're going to go all the way up into a Cobra or Swan position. Squeezing the legs together, try to relax into that stretch. Very intense. You should feel this on your shoulders, your whole back. Bend the elbows, try to keep your chest up. You're working the muscles right now that run along your spine, your extensor muscles, and those are the ones that stabilize your back. Inhale, come up for a second stretch. Hold there for a second, reach the elbows out to the sides. You're working all those muscles of your upper back. And lengthen, reaching the fingers to the ceiling. Strong, big stretch. And exhale, elbows out, holding with your abdominals as you push the bar down. That's great. We're going to go into a mermaid. The wonderful thing about that last stretch is it's moving your body in the opposite direction that your body moves all day, because we're always bending forward. It's really important for the muscles in your back to experience that. That's what gives you flexibility through your spine. So notice how I'm sitting in a mermaid position. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to reach over. Nice big stretch. Lengthening through your side, keeping the space between your ears and your elbows the same on both sides. And inhale up. And exhale over again. That's great. Enjoy that stretch. You're done with your workout, and that was a great workout. Thank you so much for joining me. in the Supreme Pilates machine. Now you need to turn around and do the other side, and do that for 2. And I just want to say that if you do this workout 3 times a week, you're going to see amazing changes in your body. Thanks for joining me.